Hello and welcome to today's live lesson. I'm sorry I'm late. I thought I had set things up. Turns out I hadn't set things up, which was a little bit annoying. But I am now here. We have we've got music English today. Leandina, good afternoon. Buono pomeriggio. Good afternoon. Bruno Ocado, good afternoon as well. Konnichiwa and obrigado. Obrigado, yes, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going to share the lesson as well, and then we can begin. Okay, so Alida, good morning where you are, buenos dias, and where I am, good afternoon. So today is Music English, and we have Evelina. Hello, good afternoon to you as well. And hello, Arena F. Good afternoon. So lovely to see you here today. So we've got three bands we're going to look at today. And what we're going to look at today is more to do with meaning. Usually when I do Music English, we end up looking into... I think that's better. We end up looking at new words and stuff, but we don't spend too much time looking at the meaning. So today I would like to try and look more at the meaning as well as just the words. So let me know if you know these three bands, and if you do know these three bands, Foo Fighters, Audioslave, and Red Hot Chili Peppers, let me know which songs are your favorite songs from these bands, and we will have a little look. We've got a lot of things to look at in terms of lyrics, meaning, and I'm looking forward to what we can end up discovering as we look at the lyrics. And this is it. I would say sometimes the type of music and the genre of music can, what we would call, maybe misleading. Okay, it can be misleading. Now, misleading means it makes you think one thing when in fact it means something different. So it can be misleading because it makes us look in one direction, but in fact, we should be looking in a different direction. And that's what we mean by misleading. So we've got this type of genre of music. It's a form of rock music. And sometimes you think, well, it's rock. How much meaning is there going to be in these songs? But believe it or not, you can often find rock music, even though it's not your Adele song, for example, your pop song, that still has a lot of meaning in it. And that's what we're going to look at today. So when it comes to Foo Fighters, we're going to look at The Best of You. When it comes to Audioslave, we are going to look at one of my favorite songs, which happens to be Like a Stone. Really good song, I would say. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now, Red Hot Chili Peppers, there are a lot of tunes we could go with. Alida has said her favorite song is Under the Bridge. It's a really good song. It is a really good song, Under the Bridge. Bruno Okada says Like a Stone. Well, yeah, Like a Stone from Audioslave is a great song. And Chris Cornell, the singer, I think he's one of my favorite singers. Really got this incredible voice. Our Arena F says Californication. Yeah, Californication. It's a very, very good song, Californication. The thing is, I think with Red Hot Chili Peppers, how long have Red Hot Chili Peppers been around for now? They've been around for a very, very long time. I think think they, I think they sometimes, definitely around in the 90s. I have a feeling they might have actually got together as a group late 80s. They were definitely around in the 90s, most of the 2000s. I know they came together at a similar time to Snowgrass, is it? I can't remember now. They go back, yeah, since 80s. Yes, you're right, Alida, since early 80s. Wow, okay, I thought they were late 80s. I didn't realize they go back to early 80s. When I think back to early 80s, I end up thinking of like Dire Straits, Queen. But yeah, they probably did come together at that time. So, like I said, when it comes to Red Hot Chili Peppers, we are going to look at the lyrics of Under the Bridge as well. So we've got quite a few songs to look at today, but we are going to start off with Foo Fighters. Stefano says, "Good afternoon, dear teacher." Bruno says, "Creed with Arms Wide Open." Yeah, that's a good song, Creed. Well, Creed, who am I thinking of Creed? No, I had a thought about Creed just for a moment, but I'm not going to say anything because I'm probably going to be wrong with it. So Irina F also said that when it comes to Red Hot Chili Peppers, she likes Californication. Alida also likes Californication. Yeah, those are really good songs. I also really like Snow. I love the rhythm in Snow, and I would say I think Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think the bassist is the bassist is an amazing bassist. I think if I were putting a dream band together of the last maybe 30 years, I think it's very difficult to look past the bassist of Red Hot Chili Peppers. I can't remember what his name is off the top of my head, which is embarrassing because I do like them. Let me just quickly remind myself what his name is. Red Hot Chili Peppers. There we go. Flea, that's it. Flea. Yeah, Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers, the bassist, incredible bassist. Out of these, though, I think let's start off with, of course, because I said we were going to start off with them. Let's start off with Foo Fighters. Now, those of you who know Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl. Now, I'm probably saying his surname wrong. Dave Grohl. Some of you might recognize the name. He was the drummer in Nirvana, and he's got a fantastic voice, really good voice. All round, I would say he's an excellent musician, David Grohl. Excellent musician. And we're going to look at the Foo Fighters song, Best of You. Now, if you don't, I will put the links to these songs in the description below. Of course, I mean, they would be silly not to. All of these songs are good, and I do recommend them. Let's have a little look at the lyrics. Okay. So what I'm going to do is because we're going to look at the meaning, I'm going to put the verse and the chorus in, the first verse and the chorus in, and then we can actually read through and think about what is going on. Okay, so this is going to be, we've got the first post just now, that's the verse, and then we've got the rest, which goes into the chorus. I'm going to put the second verse in as well, because then the chorus just repeats itself. So we've got here quite a few things. This is probably a little bit too long, though, I think. No, it's a bit too big for this one. Let me see if I can reduce the. I tell you what. I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put the whole thing in one go. I think I'm just going to try and break it up so we can see all as much of the lyrics as we need to in order to think about the meaning. You guys can come in here with the meaning. I will give you some options in a little bit. So let's go through. Um, I'll be careful with my singing because I'm not the best singer, but one of the things I love about the start of this song is David Grohl's voice. He comes in really strong, that powerful voice, and he comes out with, I've got a confession to make. I'm no fool. No, I'm your fool. No, you're not. I'm no fool. I'm your fool. And that's going to be an important one. I'm your fool. Everyone's got their chains to break, holding you. These are, I would say, these lyrics here. Apologies by when I pressed enter, I didn't put the space. So I'll now just read that bit. I've got another confession to make. I'm your fool. Everyone's got their chains to break, holding you. It then goes into the next bit. Were you born to resist or abuse? Were you born to resist or abuse? And then it goes into that chorus. Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Yeah, brilliant song. Absolutely love it. Yes, you can feel free to laugh at my terrible singing. Evelina says, do you remember Duran Duran from Birmingham? Yes, everybody can surely remember Duran Duran. I think actually the director of studies at amlanguage might like Duran Duran, if I'm not mistaken. So let's break this down. We'll have a look at the verse. It then just goes on to this again, and we'll just say, are you gone and on to someone new? I needed somewhere to hang my head without your noose. You give me something that I didn't have, but had no use. I was too weak to give in, too strong to lose. My heart is under arrest again, but I break loose. My head is giving me life or death, but I can't choose. I swear I'll never give in. I refuse. Powerful language here. Powerful language. I'll break down some of these words and then we'll think about the meaning of this song. So, confession. Let's start off with this. Confession. Let me know what you think about. We're going to try and link the words to the appropriate meaning. So, we're going to look at confession first. Chains. I think we resist or abused. I think resist we should look at. Abuse because it goes hand in hand. And then I think the last one that we definitely need to look at is probably noose. Okay. So those are the words that we're going to look at, and then we can discuss the meaning of the song. Okay, so you just need to link the words to the meanings, okay? So there'll be a meaning per word. So let's go for the first one. So that's A. B, C, and finally D. Oh, two more actually. And finally E. Okay, so those are the words we are looking at. We got confession, chains, resist, abused, and noose. Once we've understood what those words are, we can then have a look at the meaning. You've got confession, chains, resist, abused, and noose. You've got, then you need to link the words to their appropriate meaning. One means like metal things that keep you locked up, maybe in a prison, for example. You've got B, and this is to say no again and again and again. C, to tell someone something that might be difficult to say. This is also something that would happen if you are, let's say, a Roman Catholic. You would go along to this now and again to tell the priest your sins. And D, you've got something that's round your neck, strangling you. And then E, to be treated badly. So a leader has come in with chains for A, metal things that keep you locked up. You can't see D. I'll put that in again then, D. Okay, if you can't see D, I can't see it. Okay, there you go. B, resist, to say no again and again. C, to tell someone difficult. You've put confessions. D, noose. And E, abused. Well, Leondina. So Leondina, with your answers, I can see that you and Alida agree on absolutely everything, and you are correct, guys. Those are the correct answers, so well done there. So for anyone else watching, if you read Alida and Leondina's answers, those are the correct answers, so you can put that down. We've got confession, which is A. Sorry, we've got chains, which is A. Resist, which is B. C is confession. D is noose, and E is abused. Okay, so now that we've looked at that, let's think about the meaning of this song. We can break it down. I'm just going to ask you questions, and you can answer them in your own way. My first question is this is this song about relationships? So that's my first question. Is this song about relationships? And then from there, we can discuss what type of, if it is, then we can discuss what type of relationship it might be. If it's not about relationship and you want to tell me what you think it's about, we can then discuss. Alida says, yes, I think so. Do you agree with Alida? Do you think this song is about relationships? Alida seems to think so. If we look at the lyrics again, we've got, I've got another confession to make. I'm your fool. Fool, by the way, is stupid. Another word for stupid. I'm your stupid person. Strong lyrics, really. Yes, it is. So the next thing is this song about a healthy relationship, or maybe a toxic relationship? And now toxic is negative. This isn't just a bad relationship. It's like poison, okay? It's like poison. Toxic is poison. So that's the question. Is this a healthy relationship or a toxic one? Stefano says, I guess it's about love affair, which is over. Okay, I agree. And Alida's come in with, yes, it's a toxic one. Okay. Therefore, the next question is this song relatable? Now, relatable. Okay. Now, I'll explain what I mean by this word. Relatable. And this is an important one. Okay. If something is relatable, it means, is it easy for people to identify with because of their own experience? So that's what we mean by relatable. Is something relatable? If it's relatable, it means we understand it quite easily because we have a personal memory, an experience of it. So it might not be relatable for everybody, but do you think this is a relatable song? Alida says yes. Let me know if anyone else thinks. I personally agree with you, Alida. I think this Arena F as well. Yeah, I agree. I have seen people who can relate to this song. I would say on a personal level, I would say from my own past experience, this song is has a lot of meaning for me. So okay, so most of you here are agreeing that it's relatable. I agree. I think it is a relatable song, and I would say that it is relatable. I can think of some people who I know very well who would describe maybe their past relationships as maybe a toxic relationship. I would like to add, I don't think when we say it's a toxic relationship, I don't think it's the same as saying we think the other person is a bad person. But something about the relationship has become toxic in some sort of way. Stefano says it's relatable as long as a person has felt like that in their past experience. Yes, that's when it's definitely relatable to an individual because you have a personal memory of it. Okay, excellent. And that is Best of You by Foo Fighters. I will put the link to that song in the description below. An absolutely brilliant song, and it's a song that has a lot of meaning for me. I absolutely love driving and listening to this song. It really gets you going, and I think it's because David's voice is so powerful. A lot of meaning in that in the vocals. I've got another confession to make. Love it, absolutely love it. Now let's look at the next one. This is Audioslave, Like a Stone. Um, Absolutely. I think Chris Cornell, I have a lot of time for Chris Cornell's voice. I think it's one of the best voices for rock I can think of, to be honest. Really, really like it. I'm just going to put the lyrics in over here for the opening one. Unfortunately, you I'm going to have to cut it a little bit shorter than I would have liked. Okay. Where you see a capital, it just means that normally it would be on the next line. Let's continue with the next bit of the lyrics. So we've got the verse, and then we've also got the actual there we go. Got the next bit, and I want to make sure I've got the yes. Okay, so I've got the verse and I've got the chorus. Okay, I'll put ch just before we get into the chorus so it's very clear. Okay, now I'm not going to try and do a Chris Cornell voice impression. I did find a very funny YouTube video of someone trying to explain how you get a Chris Cornell voice, and it was really funny. The guy said you have to make the voice, the sound of a dead cat or a cat dying, and then add a rock to it. So it starts off a little bit like, if I imagine a dead cat, it would be like, ah. I'm not going to do it, but it has to work its way up to a sort of, ah! It's like a painful voice. It's like, ah. I like singing, but I'm not very good at it. Like a stone. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know. It's. I'm not a very good singer, but the dead cat impression, it's really strange. It's like, ah, 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 and then you have to add a little bit more from the stomach. So I go, to a like a stone, and then you get that rock voice. But I can't do it very well. Anyway, enough of me being silly. So the lyrics here is, on a cobweb afternoon in a room full of emptiness. By a freeway, I confess I was lost in the pages of a book full of death, reading how we'll die alone. And if we're good, we'll lay to rest anywhere we want to go. Then in the chorus, it comes up with, in your house, I long to be, room by room, patiently. I'll wait for you there, like a stone. I'll wait for you there alone. Really good lyrics. I probably did a terrible job. If you try to sing and you do a really, really bad job at trying to sing the song that you want to sing, there's a very good word for it, actually. And I probably just did that. We would say, when you try to sing and you don't do a very good job, we can say butchered it. Okay, you butchered it. It means you did a terrible job. Okay, so apologies. I probably just butchered that song, but I just really love it. So we've got some important things to. We've got to confess again, but instead of the noun, we've got the verb confess. A room full of emptiness. That's pretty sort of like, oh dear. But I think overall, I don't think there's going to be any new. I think most of us can probably understand most of these words. The only one that I'm going to look at here is a cobweb. Now, cobweb, okay, is what a spider makes. Okay, so a cobweb is what a spider makes. And the reason why it's important is because a cobweb, okay, cobweb is new for you, Alida? Okay, well, a cobweb is the white, small little string that spiders put together, and a cobweb is, or cobwebs, because you can add an S, a cobweb is sticky. And that's the important element. It's the fact that a cobweb is sticky. Like if you put your hand into a spider's cobweb, it will stick to you. There's a very good scene in Lord of the Rings, the third one. Frodo is going through this very dark cave and he gets stuck in a cobweb. There's also a similar one in The Hobbit. Bilbo Baggins gets stuck in a cobweb as well. It's sticky. So when we say on a cobweb afternoon, it sounds like he's saying a sticky afternoon. So the question is, what is this song about? So is it about love? Is it about uh, feeling alone? Is it about waiting for someone? Uh, maybe maybe a combination of all three. You tell me. If you think I've missed out something, please let me know. Um, so I'll just say them again. On a cobweb, so sticky afternoon in a room full of emptiness, by a freeway, which is, I think most of you will know, that's an American term for where you have a lot of cars and trucks. I confess I was lost in the pages of a book full of death. Interesting one there. Reading How We'll Die Alone. It sounds like a very bad self-help book if that's the case. And if we're good, we'll lay to rest anywhere where we want to go. I'm suppose, is it about death? Actually, I didn't put that in. Is it about death? Alida says, I think it's a combination. Leonardina agrees. Bruno says it probably is about feeling, it's about feeling alone. In your house, I long to be. Room by room, patiently I'll wait for you there. Like a stone, I'll wait for you there. I'm going to ask some more questions here. Do you think, has someone, has he lost someone? Has the person left him, or have they died? That's an interesting one. And then we've also got, I long to be in your room. I long to be in your room. I should put this in here. Long, in this case, long, this important meaning here. Long to be means a strong desire of want. Okay, so you have a strong desire of want. You want to be somewhere. You're not. I long to be in your room. It sounds like he's not in that room. So let me know. Do you think he's lost someone? Do you think this is about someone who's left him? Or do you think this is about someone who's actually died? Let me know in the live comments section, in the live chat. What do you think this is? Leondina says, I think they have died. So maybe this is a song about grief. I think actually, I'll wait for you there like a stone. I think it might be about, maybe it's about grief. Maybe it is about grief. Grief is obviously the emotion of sadness when someone close to you has died. So that's what grief is. So maybe it is about that. Alina says, I agree with Leondina. Yeah, I think Leondina might be right here. I think it is about death. Someone has died. There's two types of thing. The two images that come to mind. One of two people who are very close, maybe husband and wife, and maybe one of them has died and the other person feels lost without them. The other is, I think, what happens to animals as well, because animals can feel grief. And there's some very interesting stories of let's say pet dogs, that when their owner dies, the pet dog doesn't want to leave that environment of their owner. So I think this applies both to humans and animals. We know elephants can feel grief as well. So I'm going to go with Leondina there. I think there's a lot of good stuff in terms of what you guys have said. Okay, so this gives us 10 minutes to, yeah, we've got about 10 minutes left. And this now moves nicely on to Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge. Now, if any of you can play the guitar, this is a really enjoyable song to play. I really like playing this on the guitar. I love the guitaring on this, the just everything about it. And I have to say, the singer of Red Hot Chili Peppers has a lovely voice. I have never seen him live, so I don't know what they are like live, but he's got a very good recording voice. Let's remind ourselves of the lyrics. Maybe there's a common theme. The famous dog statue in Japan. Oh, that's a good point, Alida. Yeah, that's a good point. I think is there a book or I remember seeing something the other day as well, something to do with about a dog's, a report of like a dog's grief for its master, for its owner. So let's see. We'll have a look at the verse, chorus, and can we fit in another one? Stefano says, I imagine it's about feelings we might be experiencing when it comes to facing death, for all what it will bring us, loneliness and fear. Stefano, first of all, very nicely worded, good choice of words. And I think you've got a point there. Maybe he is reflecting and thinking about his own mortality, his own death. Bruno says, Hachiko statue in Tokyo. Well, I don't know. I've never been to Tokyo, so I haven't seen it, but I think it's quite a famous statue, the Hachiko statue. So we're now looking at Under the Bridge. So we've got, sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friends. Is this the city I live in? The city of angels. Lonely as I'm together, we cry. And then it goes on to, I drive on her street because she's my companion, walk through her hills because she knows who I am. She sees my good deeds and she kisses me windy. Windy? I never, no, wind. No, windy. Yeah, windy. I never worry. Now that is a lie. Okay. Then let's not forget about the chorus because I didn't put in the chorus. So we've got a couple of verses there. And then we've got the chorus, which goes, I don't want to feel like I did that day, but take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. I don't want to ever feel like I did that day. It's a really good song. And then it finishes off with, I did that day, but take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. So let's have a look at the lyrics. A lot of things there. Again, I've got a feeling that there might be a common, is there a common theme? Is there a common, we've got two choices, theme and thread. Both mean the same here, meaning here, which is, let's say, subject. Okay. So is there a common theme? Is there a common thread? And when I say theme or thread, I mean subject in this case. So let's see. We've got, sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like I like my only friend. Is this the city I live in, the city of angels? Lonely as I am, together we cry. I don't think I can see anything that really jumps out. If there are any lyrics that are new to you, let me know. I'm going to say, I'm going to have a little look at good deeds. I think we can have a little look at good deeds. But I think everything else might be okay. If you do see anything that's new, let me know. Deeds in simple languages, actions, really. Good actions, good actions. So the question is, okay, first of all, let's go with the first question. Is this another loneliness is a common subject? Yes, I think that's the first thing. And I think this is definitely about loneliness. So is this a song about, is this a song about friendship? And is this a song about friendship and loneliness? Or is this a song about romance, romance and loneliness? I think that's the main question here. So, do you think this is just about friendship, or do you think this is romance? I think an interesting one is sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend. Maybe it's both. I mean, it depends how you see a partner, um, like your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It might be romance. Yeah, obviously there's romance, but you probably do want your girlfriend or boyfriend to also be a friend in in themselves. Friendship and loneliness, maybe. Okay, let's look at um the chorus is interesting. I don't want to ever feel like I did that day, but take me to a place I love, take me all the way. Um, is this song about, I think maybe escaping or running away from where they are? Is it is it physical or mental as well? Is it, are they talking about their physical life or are they talking about their mental life? What do you guys think? Really interesting lyrics. I don't want to ever feel like I did that day, but take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. I don't ever want to feel like I did that day, but take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. Maybe is it about a breakup as well? I don't know. You guys can tell me. What do you think? Maybe a mental escape. I'm inclined to agree with you, Bruno. I think it is probably about a mental escape, wanting to run away. I mean, I think we can all think of times where we would want to run away from our own mind. There's like too much going on, too much noise. I want to run away. Take me to the place I love. Well, yeah, I actually, mental for me, take me to the place. Is he talking about drugs as well? I don't know. Maybe he is. Take me to the place I love. Is that when he's taking drugs? I don't know. Mental for me as well. Okay, so we can agree this is also about this is a mental escape of some kind. Okay, so we can agree a mental escape of some kind, whatever it might be. Maybe it's therapy, maybe it's, I don't know. Okay, so guys, that brings us very nicely to the end of today's lesson and the end of the week. What I can tell you guys is thank you very much for being, thank you very much for taking part in today's lesson. Monday is a public holiday in Malta. Um, so what I'm going to say is, if I can, I'm going to see if I can arrange it. I will do a lesson on Monday, definitely Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Absolutely, we'll definitely be giving lessons again next week on at 4 o'clock Maltese time. Look out if you look out for the post on Facebook on our Facebook page, and I will the school. We will confirm whether a lesson on Monday will still go ahead. If I can do it on Monday, I will do it. but look out for the timetable for next week. Evelina, so Bruno says thank you. Have a nice weekend. Evelina, you too. Thank you very much. But yeah, see, the most hilarious English lesson ever, says a leader. You're welcome. I'm glad I made you laugh with my terrible singing voice. Leondina says, thank you, Richard. Have a nice weekend. You too. So like I said, guys, check Facebook, check Ace AM Languages Facebook page, and it will tell you whether a lesson is happening on Monday. Hopefully, yes, and make sure you check. Thank you, Richard. Have a nice weekend. Thank you, and have an extraordinary weekend. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Arena F. Take care, guys. Now, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. That's the first thing. So subscribe. And if you want to find out how you can have lessons at AM Language in Malta, click on the link, go to the website, and you can find out more. You're welcome, Stefano. So to all of you who have taken part in today's lesson, thank you so much for doing so. A big thank you to all of you. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, and if you like music English, and you would like more lessons where there's music English, click the like button. Okay, guys, have a great weekend, and bye for now. I will see you next week at 4 o'clock, and check Facebook on AM Languages Facebook page, where I will put up the timetable for next week and the lessons that we will do. Take care, be safe, and see you next week. Have a great weekend.